All right, so today we're going to be looking into Rasayana therapy.
Okay.
And you know how we're always hearing about ways to boost our immunity?
Yeah.
Well, this is an ancient Ayurvedic approach that might just change how you think about staying healthy.
Right.
So we're taking a deep dive today into a research article called Review on Rasayana Therapy to Improve Immunity for Better Health.
Okay.
And trust me, there's some seriously cool stuff here.
Yeah, it's not just about popping a pill or anything like that.
Right.
It's a whole philosophy of well-being, you know?
Right.
Imagine having more energy, feeling less stressed, and just being able to bounce back from whatever life throws your way.
Okay.
That's the kind of resilience that Rasayana aims to cultivate.
Okay, I'm intrigued, but before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's break it down a little bit.
Sure.
What exactly idize Rasayana?
Well, the word itself is a clue.
Okay,
Rasa means nourishing juice, and idon means pathways.
interesting.
So think of it as creating the right pathways in your body so that nourishment can flow freely and your whole system can function at its best.
So it's not about treating a specific illness, it's about strengthening your body's foundation so it can better handle whatever comes its way.
Exactly. And this is where it gets really relevant to today's world, you know?
Yeah.
Think about all the things that wear us down.
Oh, yeah.
Stress, poor diet, lack of sleep.
Uh-huh.
Rasayana addresses all of these by working on multiple levels: physical, mental, and even emotional.
Oh, wow. So it's really a very holistic approach.
Yeah, very much so.
I'm starting to see why this is called the way for attaining excellent rasadi dadas.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, dadas.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's an important piece of the puzzle.
Absolutely. In Ayurveda, dadas refer to the 7 essential tissues that make up your body.
Yep.
Everything from your plasma and blood to your muscles, bones, and even reproductive tissues.
Wow.
Rasayana aims to support the health and vitality of all these tissues, not just focus on one area.
Okay, that makes sense. It's a much more holistic approach than just targeting one symptom or system.
Right.
So how does this all tie into immunity? You know, everyone's talking about boosting their immune system these days.
Right. Well, that's where the Ayurvedic concept of Vyadhikshamatva comes in.
Vyadhikshamatva.
It means resistance to disease. And it's basically the ancient understanding of what we call immunity today.
Okay, so it's not just about fending off a cold. It's about creating a state of overall resilience so your body can handle challenges more effectively.
Precisely. Rasayana therapy aims to enhance Vyadhikshamatva, your body's natural ability to ward off illness and bounce back from challenges.
I like that.
And one of the ways it does this is through the use of powerful herbs.
Ooh, herbs. I'm all about natural remedies.
Yeah.
What kind of herbs are we talking about here?
Well, many Rasayana herbs are considered what are called adaptogens.
Okay.
Now, you might have heard this buzzword before, but what does it actually mean?
Yeah.
Imagine feeling calmer and more focused, even on your most hectic days.
Right.
That's the power of adaptogens, helping your body roll with the punches instead of getting knocked down by stress.
Wait, so these herbs can actually help us manage stress better? That's huge. I'm starting to see how this all connects.
Yeah.
Stress weakens our immune system. These herbs help us adapt to stress.
Uh-huh.
And bam, our immunity gets a boost.
You got it. It's all about strengthening those core systems that keep us healthy.
I like it.
And the fascinating thing is that there are so many different types of Rasayana, each with its own unique approach and application.
Okay.
Some focus on specific ingredients, others target the aging process, and some are even designed to enhance mental clarity and focus.
Whoa. There's a whole world of Rasayana to explore. So it's not a one-size-fits-all. There's a Rasayana approach for different needs and goals.
Exactly. It's all about finding what resonates with you and your individual health journey.
Right.
And trust me, there are some pretty intriguing options out there.
Okay, I'm officially hooked.
Great.
Before we dive into the different types of Rasayana, can you give us a taste of some of those intriguing options? Any specific herbs that we might recognize?
Absolutely. You might have heard of amalaki, also known as Indian gooseberry.
Oh,
It's packed with antioxidants and traditionally used to boost immunity and promote longevity.
uh-huh.
You can find it in powder form or even try a delicious Chavanaprasha jam.
Okay.
It's a tasty way to get a dose of this immune-boosting herb.
Chavanaprasha, I've definitely seen that at health food stores.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm really curious about the different ways these Rasayanas are used.
Yeah.
But before we go there, is there any actual science backing up these claims?
That's a great question and something you should always consider when exploring any health approach. And the answer is yes. There's growing scientific interest in Rasayana therapy and its potential benefits.
Okay.
The research article we're diving into even highlights that both experimental and clinical studies are being conducted to explore its efficacy.
So it's not just ancient wisdom. There's modern research starting to validate what these traditions have known for centuries.
Exactly, and that's what makes this field so exciting. It's a bridge between ancient wisdom and modern science, with the potential to offer valuable insights into how we can optimize our health and well-being.
Okay. I am so ready to learn more about the different types of Rasayana and how they might apply to, well, all of us. This is already blowing my mind.
I'll buckle up because we're about to uncover a whole world of possibilities. We'll explore the different categories of Rasayana, from those designed for daily use to those targeting specific needs.
Okay.
And you'll see that there's a Rasayana approach for just about everyone.
I can't wait. Let's dive in. So we've established that Rasayana is more than just like a quick fix. It's like a whole philosophy of living in a way that supports your health and vitality.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that there are all these different types of Rasayana depending on like individual needs and goals.
Yeah.
Can we unpack that a little bit? Where do we even begin with all these different options?
Well, it's kind of like having a personalized toolkit for well-being. Think of it this way. Some Rasayanas are like your daily multivitamin,
Right.
Supporting overall health and vitality.
Yeah.
Others are more like targeted treatments,
Okay.
addressing specific needs or imbalances.
Right.
And then there are those that are all about enhancing certain qualities like mental clarity or physical strength.
So it's not about finding like one magic bullet.
Right.
It's about choosing the right tools for the job, so to speak.
Exactly.
Okay. Can you give us some examples of these different approaches?
Absolutely. Let's start with what's called Kamya Rasayana.
Kamya Rasayana.
Kamya refers to desire.
Okay.
So these are therapies that are aimed at fulfilling specific desires for well-being.
Okay.
For example, if someone wants to boost their energy and stamina, they might explore what's called Prana Kamya Rasayana.
Prana Kamya Rasayana.
Or if they're looking to sharpen their mental focus and memory, there's Metha Kamya Rasayana.
So it's like choosing a Rasayana based on what you want to cultivate or enhance in your life.
Exactly.
That's cool. What about those situations where someone needs support for a specific health challenge?
Right. Well, that's where Naimitic Rasayana comes in.
Naimitic Rasayana.
Naimitic basically means occasional or situational.
Okay.
So these therapies are used to address specific health concerns or imbalances as they arise.
Gotcha.
For example, the herb Tinospora cordifolia, also known as Guduchi,
Okay.
is often used in Naimitic Rasayana to support the body during fevers or infections.
So it's like having a targeted approach
Yeah.
for like when you need a little extra support.
Exactly.
What about those of us who want to like incorporate Rasayana into our everyday routines? Is there a way to do that?
There certainly is. That's where Ajasrika Rasayana comes into play.
Ajasrika Rasayana.
Ajasrika means regular or continuous.
Okay.
So this type of Rasayana involves incorporating specific foods, herbs, and lifestyle practices into your daily routine to nourish your body and mind over the long term.
So it's like building a foundation of health through consistent nourishing habits.
Oh, yeah.
Are there any examples of like everyday foods or practices that fall under Ajasrika Rasayana?
Absolutely. In Ayurveda, cow's milk and ghee are considered highly nourishing,
Okay.
and they're often recommended as part of an Ajasrika Rasayana approach.
Interesting.
And simple practices like getting enough sleep, managing stress,
Yeah.
and eating a wholesome diet all contribute to this daily nourishment.
So it's about making those healthy choices a consistent part of your life.
Exactly.
Now, you mentioned earlier that some Rasayanas are kind of like targeted treatments.
Yes.
What did you mean by that?
Well, in addition to addressing specific health concerns,
Mhm.
there are also Rasayana therapies that focus on supporting the body through different stages of life,
Okay.
or addressing particular imbalances.
Oh.
For instance, there are specific Rasayanas for the aging process,
Interesting.
aimed at promoting longevity and vitality.
So it's like acknowledging that our needs change as we age.
Yikes.
And adapting our approach to health accordingly. That's pretty insightful. You also mentioned something about enhancing specific qualities like mental clarity.
Yes.
Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, that falls under what's called Medhya Rasayana.
Medhya Rasayana.
Medhya refers to intellect or mental function.
Okay.
These therapies are designed to support cognitive health, enhance memory, and promote mental clarity.
Gotcha.
Herbs like Ashwagandha, Gotu-kola, and Bacopa are often used in Medhya Rasayana preparations.
Interesting. So it's not just about physical health, but about nourishing the mind as well.
Right.
This is making me realize that Rasayana is truly a holistic system.
Yes, very much so.
addressing well-being on so many different levels.
Exactly. And it gets even more intriguing when you consider some of the more specialized Rasayana therapies.
Okay.
For example, have you ever heard of Kuta Praveshik Rasayana?
Kudapraveshik Rasayana, that sounds intense. What is that?
It involves staying in a specially designed chamber for a period of time
Oh, wow.
while receiving specific Rasayana preparations and following a prescribed routine.
Wow, specialized chambers. That sounds pretty exclusive.
Yeah.
Is this something most people can access, or is it reserved for, like, Ayurvedic royalty?
Well, it's definitely a more specialized and intensive approach,
Okay.
not something you typically find at your local wellness center.
Right.
But it highlights the depth and breadth of Rasayana therapies,
Yeah.
ranging from simple daily practices to more elaborate treatments.
It definitely shows the diversity of this system.
Yeah.
Are there any other examples of these more specialized Rasayanas?
Yes, there's also Vatapik Rasayana, which involves unique preparations and techniques, but doesn't require staying in a chamber.
Oh,
And we can't forget about Achara Rasayana,
Achara Rasayana.
which focuses on cultivating healthy behaviors and social interactions as a pathway to well-being.
Wait, social interactions. That's fascinating. So it's not just about what we eat or the herbs we take, but also how we live our lives and interact with others.
Absolutely. Ayurveda recognizes the interconnectedness of our physical, mental, and social well-being, and it emphasizes that true health is a reflection of harmony in all these areas.
I'm amazed at how comprehensive this system is. We've covered so many different types of Rasayana, from daily practices to targeted treatments, and even the influence of social behavior.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we should know about how these therapies are categorized?
There are a couple more distinctions worth mentioning. Dravya Rasayana refers to therapies that utilize specific ingredients,
Okay.
like herbs, minerals, or even animal products.
Interesting.
And then there's Adravya Rasayana,
Dravya Rasayana.
which focuses on lifestyle practices, mental exercises, and spiritual techniques to enhance well-being.
Wow. So it's not just about like the physical substances we take, but
Yeah.
also about the mental and spiritual practices that we engage in.
Exactly.
It really is a holistic system
Yeah,
that considers the whole person.
precisely. And it's this holistic approach that makes Rasayana so relevant to our modern lives. You know, in a world where we're constantly bombarded with stressors and quick fixes,
Yeah.
Rasayana offers a path to cultivate deep, lasting well-being from the inside out.
This is giving me so much to think about in terms of like my own health journey.
Yeah.
But before I start making a shopping list of all these Rasayana herbs, I have to ask, how do we know which one is right for us?
That's a great question, and one that we'll definitely delve into further, but the key is to remember that Rasayana is a personalized approach.
Okay.
It's not about finding one magic formula.
Yeah.
It's about understanding your individual needs, your constitution, your goals, and then choosing the practices that resonate most with you.
Okay, so it's about working with the wisdom of Ayurveda to find what works best for each of us individually.
Exactly.
I'm really starting to see the power of this approach.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg. We've explored the different types of Rasayana, but there's so much more to uncover.
Oh, no.
In the next part of our deep dive, we'll delve into the science behind Rasayana
Okay.
and explore some practical ways that you can start incorporating these principles into your own life.
This is seriously exciting. I can't wait to see what other gems we uncover.
My brain is like officially buzzing with all this Rasayana knowledge.
It's a lot to take in.
Yeah, we've covered the what and the why, but now I'm really curious about like the how W.
Okay.
How does all of this ancient wisdom actually translate into like tangible benefits
Right.
in today's world, and what does the science have to say about it all?
Well, let's start with the science. It's
Yeah.
fascinating to see how modern research is actually starting to validate the traditional uses of these Rasayana herbs and practices.
Okay.
For example, remember ashwagandha, that adaptogenic herb we talked about earlier?
Yeah.
Studies have shown that it can help reduce stress hormones, improve sleep quality, and even boost cognitive function.
Wow. So it's not just anecdotal evidence.
Yeah.
There's actual scientific research backing up the benefits of ashwagandha.
Exactly. And it's not just ashwagandha. Researchers are studying a wide range of Rasayana herbs and therapies, and the findings are really promising.
That's great. You know, they're finding evidence to support their use in everything from boosting immunity and reducing inflammation to improving heart health and even protecting against certain types of cancer.
This is seriously making me rethink my approach to health.
Yeah.
It's not just about waiting until something goes wrong. It's about proactively supporting my body's natural defenses and resilience.
That's the heart of what Rasayana is all about.
I like that.
It's a preventative approach to health, focusing on building strength and vitality from the inside out.
Okay, I'm sold on the idea,
Hmm.
but practically speaking, how can we start incorporating these principles into our lives?
Right.
Where do we even begin?
Well, it's a journey, not a quick fix.
Right.
And the
Yeah.
beauty of Rasayana is that it offers so many different entry points.
Okay.
You might start by incorporating some adaptogenic herbs into your diet, like adding ashwagandha to your morning smoothie,
Okay.
or sipping on tulsi tea.
Oh, Tulsi tea.
Uh,
I love that stuff. It's so calming and aromatic.
yeah.
So like little changes like that can actually make a difference.
Absolutely. It's about making those small but consistent choices that support your overall well-being.
Right.
And remember, it's not just about the herbs themselves, it's also about the lifestyle practices that go along with them.
Right.
Getting enough sleep, managing stress, and cultivating a positive mindset are all crucial aspects of Rasayana.
It's like taking a holistic approach to life,
Yeah,
considering all the different factors that contribute to our health and happiness.
exactly. And don't underestimate the power of simple practices like mindful breathing or spending time in nature.
Right.
These can have a profound impact on your stress levels and overall well-being.
I'm starting to see how all these pieces fit together.
Yeah,
It's not about following like a rigid set of rules. It's about finding what works for you and creating a lifestyle that supports your unique needs and goals.
precisely. And remember, it's a journey of exploration and discovery.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to experiment with different herbs, practices, and approaches to find what resonates with you.
This deep dive has been like a total game changer for me.
Yeah.
I've learned so much about Rasayana and its potential to transform our health and well-being.
That's great to hear.
For anyone listening who's like feeling inspired to dive deeper into the world of Rasayana, where would you recommend they start?
Well, I would encourage you to seek out reputable resources and practitioners who can guide you on your journey.
Okay.
There are some amazing books, websites, and even online courses available.
Right.
And if you're interested in experiencing the benefits of Rasayana firsthand,
Yeah.
consider consulting with an Ayurvedic practitioner who can create a personalized plan tailored to your unique needs.
That's great advice. And remember, it's a journey, not a destination.
Yeah.
Start small, be consistent,
Yeah.
and most importantly, enjoy the process.
Well said. And remember, true health is not just the absence of disease. It's a state of vibrant well-being that radiates from within.
I love that. This deep dive has been truly enlightening. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom with us today.
My pleasure. I hope this inspires you to embark on your own Rasayana journey.
And to all our listeners, thank you for joining us on this fascinating exploration of Rasayana therapy. We hope you've gained some valuable insights and inspiration to cultivate a life of greater health, vitality, and well-being. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep thriving.